Alright. First thing we need to do is install Samsung DeX in our Windows 11 PC. Just search for it. Usually the first item in the search result will take you to the download page. Download the installer and install it. If you did not know yet, DeX or DEX means desktop experience. Samsung DeX gives users the experience of working on a desktop by connecting their Samsung phone or tablet to an external display device, like a TV, a monitor, or a PC, which is what we will be doing in this video. We are using my ZenBook 13 OLED as the output monitor of DeX. There's nothing special to do with the installation of Samsung DeX. Just install it as usual. Then let's launch the application when done. Now we will need to connect our Samsung phone to the laptop. I am just using the USB Type-C to Type-C cable that comes with a box of my Samsung S23 base model phone here. Once connected, the Samsung DeX app from the laptop and the phone will detect each other, and from your phone, an option will pop up if you want to start Samsung DeX. Just tap Start Now. Okay. The link to Windows and DeX cannot run at the same time, so we will need to go to the settings and turn off the link to Windows first. Then reconnect the cable, and we can now tap Start Now again. From our laptop, we can now see the DeX is starting. There we go. We are now inside DeX. It's now like having two operating systems in your laptop. The Windows of course, and then the Samsung DeX, which is actually our Samsung phone, just presented in a desktop looking OS. We can maximize the DeX window to look like it is our desktop OS. And we even have the most used icons here at the desktop. And maybe the best thing about using DeX within your Windows PC is, you don't have to worry about connecting a mouse and keyboard anymore. As you can see here, my Red Dragon M693 Trident gaming mouse that is connected in my laptop is by default just working within the Samsung DeX interface. I can drag, click, and everything using my mouse, just like what you normally do within Windows applications. And just like the mouse, the laptop keyboard is also working within the DeX UI. So, by using a laptop or a PC to use Samsung DeX, all input interface devices are already there. No need to worry about connecting them to the phone via Bluetooth anymore. The laptop's keyboard and mouse are instantly just usable in DeX. Now let's explore the DeX UI. Clicking the Start menu here will open the app cabinet. And also gives you options to contact DeX support, lock DeX or exit DeX. And just like in your cell phone, you can also search here for an app. Using the laptop's keyboard, as shown earlier. We also have the back button here. On its right is the home button. Next to it is the recent apps button. And then the search. And by the way, if you are in the app cabinet, just like in normal Samsung fashion, you can click these greater than and less than icons here to scroll through all the apps list. On the right side of the taskbar, we have the notifications button. Then the volume button. And just like in your phone, you can also change volume here independently for media, system sound, Bixby voice, notifications and all that stuffs. Then you can also take screenshot with this icon. And the last one is for the in-system keyboard. At the far right you have the Wi-Fi and data signal icons, along with the date and time. And since this whole Samsung DeX interface is basically your phone, just presented in a Windows-like fashion, you can run any applications here, including games. But don't get your hopes up on actually playing the games here as easily as you would with other Windows games. Just like this Call of Duty mobile that I have open here. Even though it runs decently fast, you will not be able to play it properly here. The keyboard keys are not mapped to any of the on-screen controls of COD Mobile, so you are basically stuck with just one input control, which is your mouse. Since you can only click one area in the screen at a time, you cannot move, turn, and shoot at the same time, which is definitely not acceptable for a shooting type games. I've read from some forums that some games works with the keyboard though, like Asphalt and Minecraft, but I haven't tested it yet. Also, if you really want to play in your laptop using DeX, you can also explore some keymapper apps like Octopus and see if that will work. If someone has already tried and tested these things, please do let us know in the comments below how you did it and was it a good experience. Aiming aside, I think Samsung DeX is still great for other things like entertainment, consuming media, and productivity. For example, if you have a mobile-only subscription to a streaming application, you can use DeX to watch with a larger screen and maybe a better speaker sounds of your laptop or even on TVs and monitors. The same can be done if you have a copy of a movie or a series only in your phone. And by the way, for applications that can be rotated between portrait and landscape, like Netflix, you will see an option in its title bar to rotate it manually, which I think is a really nice feature to have. You can of course also open Google Play Store here and install other applications if you want. This is still your phone, so you basically can do anything here that you can do on your phone. But I think the best usage of DeX for most people will be on productivity. You can use Office-related applications like WPS here, then create or edit a document just like how you do it in Windows. It will be a lot easier and convenient maintaining documents in a Windows interface than your phone. When I opened YouTube here in DeX, it looks really weird. It looks like it is rendering on a mobile interface, but being presented on a web interface canvas. It seems that Samsung has not yet properly optimized YouTube application on its DeX interface. It's like opening YouTube way back from the late 90s. It's an ugly interface. But it does work properly. And it might already be obvious, but I would still like to note just to be sure that everyone knows, the sound from all the applications that you will run from DeX will be outputted using the PC speakers. So depending on how good your PC or TV or monitor speakers, you will definitely enjoy consuming media here than from your phone.
Semi-final night in the in-season tournament. Counting them down 10 through 1, we go with a little defense.
And before we end the video, the one other thing that I really love about Samsung DeX is, by using it, you are basically extending your phone to be two separate independent devices. See here, even if I am doing something in the DeX on my laptop, I can still use my phone as normal. So I can play a game on my phone while editing a Word document on DeX. Or watching Netflix on my DeX while browsing my social media on the phone. As I've said, DeX basically turned my one phone into two independent devices that you can use at the same time. Which is really awesome. If you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up. If it has helped you in any way, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Nilasuj for watching. Nova Air.